Many people, they then give up because of no. But you don't have to give up, because the next person will be a yes. The next visit will be a yes. So when it comes to say, maybe what is that I have? You have a unique story, like you mentioned. Your story is unique to you, and the world needs to hear it. Nobody shares your journey. Nobody has your experiences. So you need to share your experience and help other people. Because of your story, you'll be inspiring a lot of different people. Like, how many times have we heard that so and so was like this? We hear of Michael Jordan's that he missed 9,000 shots when he was playing. And then yet he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But he kept on pushing. You understand? Tyler Perry, he said that even before now he's a billionaire because he's producing all these films. But before the success, there was some failure that happened. Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, said it so well. He said it took me 28 years to become an overnight success. Yes. So you just have to keep pushing, because there's so much potential. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to break free from self-defeating thinking, because it is on you. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. It really doesn't matter. It's none of your business. But what you think of you is the most important thing. There's an African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So I am the one that matters. My opinion of me, it matters the most. What I think and how I think about me is the most important thing. If I think I'm a loser, then I'm going to go out there with that attitude of a loser, and life is definitely going to terrorize and defeat me. But if I believe that I can do it, yes, it's hard, but because I'm hungry, I have a determination, nothing can stop me. It may be hard, it may be challenges. I say, bring it. Challenges are the bread that I need to endure, to get to the next level, to get to the next chapter.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Living the Next Chapter. I have a great guest on the podcast. He has a new book launching, and I'm excited that he's here to talk about that with us on the show. And when you hear this gentleman's voice, you're going to hear a beautiful voice and a great story behind this as well. Milton is on the podcast. Milton, welcome to Living the Next Chapter.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dave. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
I love it. I love it.
To be here. Yeah.
Good. And when people hear your voice, Milton, your voice has a beautiful accent. I know I'm in Canada and I don't have an accent. Right? I don't have any accent at all. You have a beautiful accent. Can you tell everybody, Milton, where does this beautiful accent come from? Where are you from?
Well, I don't know about the accent part, but I was born and bred in Bulawayo, a city called Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. And though currently I'm relocated, I'm based in England with my family, and I'm excited to have written this book. It's called Dominate Your Potential, Break Free from Self-Defeating Thinking. So thank you for the compliment of the accent, Dave. But
It is great. It is great. And like I said, I'm a Canadian. We don't have any accents in Canada. So that's what I tell everybody. But they tell me I have an accent, but you can confirm that for me. I do
have an accent.
Okay. That's good. Well, it's nice to have you on the show, Milton. We've talked before. You've been on one of my other shows, and I really appreciate having a chance to have you back again. Tell us a little bit, Milton, where did the idea come from to write Dominate Your Potential? How did this all come to be?
Well, the story goes, Dave, it was in 2016, and I had a company called Yati Yati Productions. So what we'll then do is we used to host like seminars, motivational seminars, goal setting seminars back in Zimbabwe, Botswana, and collaborate with some speakers from South Africa, Kenya, as it were. And we also would host concerts, music concerts. And it so happened that one time, like, we wanted to promote one of our concerts, and because of my faith, I wanted to promote like in my church, but then I was deprived that opportunity. It was not warranted. Like, it crushed me to say. It really, I was hurt. And even my team, like, we couldn't understand because other people were getting the support, It was a big thing. Such that I was crushed. And then during that season of my wilderness experience, I came across a certain YouTube talk by a certain gentleman called Les Brown. And Les Brown was like, imagine this, if you will, being on your deathbed, and surrounding you are the hopes and the dreams given to you by life. They'll be staring at you with large, angry eyes, saying, now we are to die with you because you were so afraid to take action. And then he asked the question, so now, what dreams, what hopes, what ambitions? You understand? And then you're like, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Then I sat back and I was like, but then, okay, fine, this has happened, but there is more about me, This is just a phase. I'm supposed to learn from this because I've got so much potential. So what I need to do is to dominate my potential and stop thinking like I've been defeated because some people did not want to help me. And as though I looked up to you look up to your leaders, but at times they may be the very reason why you are crushed. But they're like, no, man, there is more to you. Like, out of 1 billion or 1 million sperm, I'm the one that swam and I made it, I survived. So I've got greatness within me. So like, I'm going to help others, Looking back, I'm like, okay, my mother told me that my father left me when I was 2 years of age, right? So the thoughts came back, okay, I've always been maybe neglected, abandoned and stuff like that. People not wanting to believe in me. Maybe that's why my father left me. But like, no, I have greatness within me. Those words by Les Brown really struck hard. That I have got dreams. I've got greatness. And no one is going to come to my rescue. If it's a book that I want to write, if it's a song that I want to record, if it's a film that I want to produce, it's all on me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to write and help people and tell and share part of my story because there's so much to talk about. It won't fit in one book. So I am sharing part of my story, how I grew up without a father, how it traumatized me. I remember also when I was we call it grade 7 in primary school, I was playing with my friends, my childhood friends, and they're just talking about their fatherhood, how the relationship that they have with their fathers. One was saying his father is doing this, the other was saying my father does this, and me, I only had an idea of what I'd heard. I was told that my father was in the army. So I then quipped, like, my father is a soldier, but there was no conviction because there was really no connection. I didn't know him. I still don't know him up to today. So one of my friends were like, Milton, you speak like someone doesn't know his father because there was no conviction. That really hit me as well, that when I got home, I cried. And then I made a vow to myself. I'm like, you know what? That's his own, my father. Screw him. I am going to be there for my children. I'm going to be a present father. I'm not going to abandon any of my children. And I live by that. I'm always here for my children. Then hence the family-centric leadership aspect of what I do and why I do what I do. So in everything that I do, I want to let people know that they have greatness as well. They can dominate their potential because there's so much potential in each and every one of us. Like we were talking earlier, as to say the problem with society today is when you look at someone else, like the celebrities, those that have developed their skills and giftings, like they are celebrated because of certain accomplishments. They are at a certain level in their life. And then when one looks at themselves and they see that they are not exactly where they want to be or where they want to be, they feel defeated. They think they are not worthy. You understand? But then, and also society ostracizes people, because they glorify the few that are said to be celebrities, But then I'm saying you also matter. You understand? It's only a matter of time. You understand? There is a time and a season for everything under the sun. And where you are today is not where you will be tomorrow. You understand? Everything happens for a reason. There was a time when we didn't have the light bulb. It took the gentleman 10,000 times to make the light bulb. Over 10,000 times. That takes dedication, that takes commitment, that takes self-belief. You have to believe in yourself. He believed that there was so much potential that he can actually do it regardless of what other people were saying. You understand? Even now today we've got electric cars. I bet people were laughing at Elon Musk like over 10 years ago. Saying I'm going to come up with electric cars. They laughed him. Understand? But then he was listening to a different beat. He didn't allow himself to be diverted or to be distracted by people's opinions. He was not where he wanted to be. It takes time. It's a process. All you need is to believe in yourself. The very fact that you are here on planet Earth today, there is a purpose for your life. You are not here by chance. It's not by accident. There is a reason, a significant purpose that you must achieve. Only you can do it. You see, the fact that nobody shares your fingerprints with you, like in all the generations past, present, and those to come, no one will share your set of fingerprints. It's proof positive that you're unique. So why then should you be concerned about others, people's opinions of you? Because their contemptuous perception of you really is none of your business. So in this transformative book of mine, Dominate Your Potential, I just want us to embark on a journey of self-discovery or rediscovery and empowerment, because there is so much that we all have on the inside. If only you can just believe in yourself instead of being distracted but by what other people are doing. Focus on you, see, because they are gifts that you also have. There are skills that you also, if you can only focus on those things that you have and develop it and develop those things instead of looking at the neighbor, you'll be better off. Because once you look at what someone else is doing, you become discouraged because you feel like maybe you don't have what it takes. But then in the book, I want to teach people how to harness the power, of goal setting. You understand the true extent of your capabilities and develop an unshakable, belief in yourself. Because once you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter who doesn't believe in you. Someone say that if you know the why for doing something, you can endure anyhow. So you must believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you who you are not. I've heard the saying.
Yeah. Right. So Milton, how do people put limitations on their potential? What kind of things do people do that limit how much they can do in this world What are some of those limits we put on ourselves?
I'm glad you asked that question, Dave. Like, I'm going to give an example. Growing up, when you've got children, and growing up as a child, when children grow up, they have no limit. They believe they can do anything. Nothing is impossible for a child.
Right.
It is only us adults who then say, don't do that. You understand? You say, don't do that. Don't touch that. You understand? Nobody has ever done that. So because of the stories growing up that people then hear that in this family, no one has ever achieved this, you feel like you cannot do it as well because of the stories, because of the conversations, the associates that we associate with the stories that we hear. So, but I believe that you have to choose your surroundings wisely as well. Choose the people that you associate with wisely because they influence what you become and what you think and how you think and what you do. Because if you hang around like millionaires, you may not be a millionaire at the time, but because you are with millionaires and all they talk is millions and how to make millions, it's going to rub off on you. And if you hang around a crowd that is always talking defeat, like, hey, it's hard, life is hard, things are not working out, we are stuck, man, it's bad, you understand?
Yeah.
That mindset also rubs off. Unconsciously, you become like that. But then you have to choose and what you listen to also. You see, what you watch also, like beyond the television, whatever it is, it also contributes. And subconscious, you get to be imparted with a certain spirit, or you understand how you then move forward in life. It's all about your surroundings, what you listen to. And also, when you look at yourself, you must believe in yourself. As I said, that you, when you came into this world, there were about how many millions of sperm that wanted to fertilize the egg. But you are the only one that made it.
Right.
Which means you were born ready. You were born a winner. You understand? So you must carry that winning spirit, even growing up, to pursue your dreams, to push towards the direction of your goals with purpose, with determination. Yes, it may be hard. There may be obstacles along the way. It will not be easy. You may feel like giving up. That's normal. Yeah. Yeah.
And when we struggle, Milton, with self-worth or feeling like, who am I to write a book? Who am I to create a podcast? Who am I to do anything? Right. To know that you're a miracle. You're a walking miracle. That you're even here.
Yes.
That's your uniqueness, and you should take pride in the sense that you're here for a reason, and your voice matters.
Absolutely.
And we need to hear your voice. We need to read your book. We need to hear your podcast or your music, whatever you create in life. We need that, and there's a reason why you're here. So, as much as we talk ourselves down, or we think that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, or no one's going to read my book, no one's going to listen to me, there are people who will love to hear your story and are waiting for you to share it. So that's part of our potential as well, right?
And the thing is that you just have to be hungry as well, Dave.
Yeah.
Like the depth of your hunger determines the height of your success, right? So, because some people, they are lackadaisical in approaching their goals. They have no ambition whatsoever. But then you just have to be hungry and be ambitious. It may take time, you understand, for you to reach the level that you want to achieve your dreams. It's hard, yes. But then you just have to keep going, you understand? Like Colonel Howard Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, Yes, he was known for his passion and dedication to his culinary creations. But before that, it is reported that at the age of 65, he attempted to commit suicide.
Wow.
Because things were not working out. But then he then discovered that there's this one thing that I can really do so well, that is to fry chicken. And you're like, okay, instead of taking my life, let me fry chicken. And today KFC is a powerhouse, right? It's a huge franchise, you understand? Such that at the age of 85, 86, he was a billionaire. But at 65, he wanted to take his life because it was hard. So when you look inside, don't look outside, look inside of you. There's so much potential, untapped potential that needs to be unleashed, that you need to dominate, Because Sanders' passion for cooking and his belief in the quality of his food, it drove him then to travel around the US to promote his recipe. He visited countless restaurants, pitching his idea, facing rejection even before finding success. Because, at times you can be having this confidence. You've got this idea. You want to do something. You've got the drive, and then you get rejection. No, 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 no. Many people, they then give up because of no. But you don't have to give up, because the next person will be a yes. The next visit will be a yes.
Right.
So when it comes to say, maybe what is that I have? You have a unique story, like you mentioned. Your story is unique to you, and the world needs to hear it. Nobody shares your journey. Nobody has your experiences. So you need to share your experience and help other people. Because of your story, you'll be inspiring a lot of different people. Like, how many times have you heard that so and so was like this? We hear of Michael Jordan's that he missed 9,000 shots when he was playing. And then yet he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But he kept on pushing. You understand? Tyler Perry, he said that even before, now he's a billionaire because he's producing all these films. But before the success, there was some failure that happened. Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, said it so well. He said, it took me 28 years to become an overnight success. Yes. So you just have to keep pushing, because there's so much potential. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to break free from self-defeating thinking, because it is on you. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. It really doesn't matter. It's none of your business. But what you think of you is the most important thing. There's an African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So I am the one that matters. My opinion of me, it matters the most. What I think and how I think about me is the most important thing. If I think I am a loser, then I'm going to go out there with that attitude of a loser, and life is definitely going to terrorize and defeat me. But if I believe that I can do it, yes, it's hard, but because I'm hungry, I have a determination, nothing can stop me. It may be hard, it may be challenges. I say, bring it. Challenges are the bread that I need to endure, to get to the next level, to get to the next chapter.
Nice. And I like that you said next chapter, because that's the name of my podcast, Living the Next Chapter. So, Milton, tell us, what is your next chapter? You're an author now. The book is coming out. We're excited for that. We chatted about possibly you might have a podcast in the future. Yeah. What is your next chapter? What are you excited about, Milton, for the future, for you and for your family?
Well, thank you for that. Like you've mentioned, I have a book coming up, Dominate Your Potential, and I've worked with a great team. The publishing team that I worked with, they are amazing. And the book is due for release by June. It will be out, available on Amazon, on my website, millionsimpacttraining.com. And we are still working on the website as it were, but by June, everything will be all good. I'm working also on the podcast based on the book because I'm passionate basically about helping people break free from self-defeating thinking to discover more of their full potential, because there is no reason why we should live our lives, empty. My mentor Les Brown says, live full and die empty. So I'm excited because like I'll be doing like some webinars, some seminars, and just to be able to help even just one person and say, you know what, your dreams are valid. Your dreams are
Yeah.
valid and you can achieve your dreams. You just have to be passionate about what you want to do, because passion is the bridge that takes you from where you are to the life you dream of. You understand?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
excited, Dave, like to be working. Like there's a platform that I'm also a collaborator with. It's called the Speakers Index. Here in the United Kingdom, it's a speakers directory. So I'm working with amazing speakers, of which that one is also launching in this May. So it's the Speakers Index, a platform for speakers whereby for events organizers, if you want to get the training as a speaker, be it you're a professional, you're starting out in your journey as a speaker, will be helping you to really get in front of the right audience for you. So there is a lot coming up. And for my family, I'm just grateful for the family that I have. They are so supportive. They are just amazing. I remember I was talking to someone about my wife, how I met my wife in the church, in the choir, right? So when you see this face that you're looking at right now, how handsome, how well groomed it is, you wouldn't have recognized me, say, 12 years ago. I wasn't like this. I had like big teeth. I didn't do anything to my teeth, but my teeth looked very big. I was very dark in complexion. I was so skinny and ugly, and it wasn't a nice sight. Hence, I met this girl, very beautiful girl. She had class, style, just amazing. And she said yes to me, to the dismay of other congregates. One person actually said, why don't you go to brother so and so? He is more of your level. He's more your league. You understand? Leave this guy. No, he's
Yeah.
such a loser. This is a church person. And then
Wow.
one said, I'm not going to be your friend anymore if you continue dating this guy. So I was like, what is it about me? How was I? Why didn't anybody believe in me? You understand? But then my wife, she saw something. I then asked her, I said, but why? Of all the other handsome, well-groomed, nicely dressed people, why did you then choose this one, me? It's like there's a way that you spoke, the wisdom that you spoke, the words that you spoke, the vision that you have for the future. So I can safely say my wife did not marry me for my looks. She did not marry me for my money, because I didn't have any of those things. She chose me because she saw the real me, the passion that I have for the future to help other people develop and become better in life. And she's a beautiful woman, and I'm so glad and privileged to call her my wife. You understand? So she
Yeah.
has given me a wonderful son, and we are just grateful to be together. Like each and every day when I look at her, I'm grateful to God and say, wow. So this me, she's just precious. I was like what you call a diamond in the rough. You understand? And then,
So what you're saying, Milton, is that she saw potential in you,
yes,
just like your book, right?
yes,
Right. There you go. So she saw the potential in you. I love it.
yeah,
That's perfect. Milton, this as far as the book being available, you said in June, and we'll have links to your website
yeah.
and everything included in the podcast so people can follow up with you.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom, Milton, before we let you go today for a new author? We want them to tap into their potential and get their book written, get their story out in the world. How do we feed our potential as an author and get through all of that hard work to write a book? Any words of wisdom from you as a fellow author? How can we encourage somebody today?
Okay. Like the same advice that someone once gave me when I was just doing research as to maybe book writing. Someone told me that when it comes to writing a book, he said you have to choose a topic, say that you are passionate about and that you may be knowledgeable on. Of course, there's research. You can always, add flesh to the bones. But each and every one, I believe there is a book in each and every one of us. And I would say, share your story. Do you have like experience in a certain area that you feel you can help other people in that area? You can write about that, Do you have like a testimony, like you were here and now you are here? You understand, like a hero of some sort, like you were once defeated and now you are a victor, and you can share how you overcame the challenges that you once had and help as many people as you possibly can. So there's no limit, but then you just have to get busy. Like we mentioned earlier, that society will ostracize you into thinking that you are nothing by glorifying a few amongst us. So you may think that maybe your story is not valid, but you never know how many lives you may reach because of your story. You never know who you will impact, because it's at the end of the day, it's about making impact. You understand? All lives are important, and your story could become the next big thing.
And your story can help people and give light to someone else's path, and you can help somebody in their journey just by telling your story. So, Milton, that's what I love about having you on now 2 of my different podcasts, is you just show up, you share, and you encourage. And that's great. I think we need more of that in the world. So the fact that you're doing that here and helping people through your book, Milton, I think it's a great thing. Thank you for making time to be on Living the Next Chapter. I'm excited for you and your journey, and excited to see what's next for you as you live your next chapter. And again, the name of my show. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen for you, Milton, as the book comes out in the world and people fall in love with you even more. I'm just wishing you many great things in the future, Milton. Thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Oh, thank you, Dave, for having me. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. You're amazing. And thank you for all the work that you're doing. Like, it's amazing. Keep it up, man. Thank you.
Excellent. I really appreciate being here. Everybody listening, thank you so much for listening. All the information from Milton will be in the podcast show notes. As always, when the book comes out, if you're listening to it before June, make sure you pre-order and follow Milton's journey. And when that book comes out, be one of the first to buy it, and then leave Milton a great review wherever you buy your book, so that Milton will know that you fell in love with what he wrote, and more people will buy the book as well by you leaving a great review. Milton, again, thank you so much for being on Living the Next Chapter.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for listening all the way to the end of the podcast. That's a big signal to all of the players, the YouTubes, the Apples, the Spotifys, that you found value in this episode of Living the Next Chapter. Just by you listening to the end, you just sent a huge bat signal out to the app saying this was a great podcast, a great conversation. So you listening to this point, you've done your job. I have one more ask of you. If you know anyone that would benefit from this conversation, would you share this episode with them? Would you just get on, send them a message, send them the episode, tell them about this episode, tell them to go livinginthenextchapter.com, to get all the information about the podcast. Can you do that for me? Because the more people that hear this message, this episode, the better. I want to support these amazing authors. And I know you do as well. So sharing this episode really helps. And I appreciate you. See you on the next episode, and thank you for listening to Living the Next Chapter.